Hi, I'm Tyshon Jennings, and welcome to this episode of The Ty Show. Alright guys, I'm gonna get into it. So I completely apologize for my lack of activity on YouTube and the videos. It's because I have a valid reason. Alright, the first reason is because I was really sick for the past 2 days, and I'm still, I guess I'm good now, but I'm still kind of sick here and there, so yeah, I've been sniffling and stuff, but I've gotten over it, I've overcame it, so I mean, I guess we all get sick, but I looked horrible. I mean, when I mean horrible, my eyes were bloodshot red, I just looked a mess. I don't want you guys to see me looking like that, so why not perk up, right? So I took I think it was like, what, 4 weeks, 5, maybe 4, I don't know, off, so that means that we've missed a total of 2 episodes of The Ty Show. So, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna do like we did back in the day. This is not permanent. I'm gonna do this episode, and I will have an episode for next week. All right. Then we're going back to our 2 weeks apart because it's a lot. Now on my last video, which was a month ago, I told you guys that if you guys ask me some questions, I will answer them on here in a question A. Well, if you read the title, it's not question A because no one asks any questions. Maybe made me kind of sad, but you gotta work with what you gotta work with. So I just have we have a very special episode of the Ty Show today. This episode of the Ty Show, we're going to talk about shows that were supposed to happen, where are they at now, and shows that did happen that we don't see anymore on TyNet. So this is all TyNet shows and what happened to them, where they're at now. So I'm really gonna break down the story to you now. So can't wait on this episode of the Ty Show. Alright, so let's jump into it. Alright, so the first show that I'm going to talk about is, of course, Heather DIY, starring with Heather Lyons. Alright, so I hope you guys see it there. So Heather DIY, I believe they're on a season break, and I've talked to Heather recently, and a few guys follow us on Twitter, which is Tyshon Cool, but that's the name, Tyshon Cool 20, I believe, or just Tyshon Cool. One of the two. Link will be in the description below. But it's the TyNet Twitter, and there's a picture of us, me and Heather, holding up a banner from we were supporting one of our my STEM club. We donated some money for them to go to Boston, so our little logo's on there. You haven't seen our little poster up, and yeah, and this is just a shout out. I know it's about a couple weeks late, but a happy birthday to Heather. And Shyla, she was on Information Booth, and she was scheduled to be on Best Friends. We'll talk about that later. All right, so Heather is on a season break, as far as I know. I've talked to her recently, and she's told me that she's coming back. So for all her fans, don't worry, she's coming back. And for the people who do not know what Heather DIY is, I'm going to do it now. I want you guys to look right up here in this top corner. I'm going to drop a little description of where you can watch Heather's show right up here. And if it doesn't pop up there, because I don't think I know how to work that one yet, but if I do, you'll see it up there. If not, it'll be in the description, and it'll be in the link in the description below. Alright, so Heather DIY, where you at? Alright, so our next topic is Best Friends, the show Best Friends with Jermisha Mosley, who is now on the Ty Show, and Shyla Woods. So I've noticed that I've been pointing in the wrong direction. I've been pointing here, I think, and I need to be pointing here, or I've been pointing here, and I need to point here. One of the two. I'm just gonna stop pointing completely. But yes, we're just gonna Best Friends. So I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Best Friends was well, I collaborated all the episodes with the Da Vinci, Best Friends, and Heather DIY all together. So I did it all on the same day. I made the contracts all on the same day. So they've all agreed to say, oh yeah, we'll do it. And the release dates were, it was Heather DIY first, then the Da Vinci, then Best Friends. Well, Heather DIY, Heather, she was not playing. She said her video was going to be out on that day, and her video was out that day. That she told me. Now, the Da Vinci, his was like a week late, but his is out there, but his show is no longer on there, but we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, so then then back to Best Friends, and then Best Friends, it's tricky. So they told us, everyone, they're gonna do it this week. They didn't do it that week, and they said they're gonna do it this next week. Well, then sooner or later, they lost their release date, which means that the Ty Show gets one, everyone gets one. So the release date is when we say, okay, we're ready to come back off our season break, and they give us a date, or we give them a date of when we want to return. And their date kept getting pushed back, until sooner or later the people at Tynet headquarters said, you know what, forget it. They've lost it. So in that situation, if Tynet was like on it the way I wanted it to be, and we had so many different shows on the network, and if they lost their release date, then another show would come in and replace their show for that moment. So if it was in the fall, for the fall, and would come and take their place, and they had to come back and be able to be ready for winter. But so they lost the release date, and they didn't try to get the release date retained until so then the show ended up getting taken off the full roster completely. The Da Vinci, I guess we're switching gears now. So now the next show, I already told you what. Okay, so the Da Vinci, it had Anthony Mayfield, and it was a dancing episode of just videos of him dancing. It was actually really good, but the only problem is he didn't dance to instrumentals. He danced, with songs with Chris Brown and etc. So when he danced, and he gave me the videos for me to and then he sent them off to the people, for the people to send it to YouTube to put it up. They never would get published. Only one did, but when they did, we got a copyright notice saying that you can't use that song because it's someone else's song, which I can understand. So all his videos had videos of him dancing with people who would eventually tag us for copyright, and we can't have that. So his show just didn't end up working, but he worked and he did do his business. So I mean, he did what he was supposed to do, and his show did get out there. It just didn't get the what we, I don't know what to say, the vibe that we wanted. So that's why his show is not there. And at one point in time, I was ready to quit the Ty Show. And I think I've told you guys this story before. I was ready to quit the Ty Show, and I was going to open up a new show that highlighted, this show already highlights me, but it also I think the Ty Show highlights my life of what I have so far, of what I've gotten since I hit start until now. But this show was going to be me playing an actual character, so I wasn't going to be Tyshon Jennings. I'm still Tyshon Jennings. I'd be playing a different character, and it was just going to be something completely different. But it was going to be only me, no one else, and that's a lot of work. And I was not ready to do that. So then eventually Tynet was like empty, nothing was on there. And then that's when Ty Show came out. So the Ty Show will be going on season break kind of soon. Not like soon, but like, I don't know, like 4 more episodes. Do you know? Yeah, 5 or 4 more episodes. So when that comes, I want to have a show on Tynet that I don't know, whatever days that these people want to do it, that does not involve me. No, I'm ready. Ty Show only. It doesn't involve me, but it's a show that's on Tynet that can replace the Ty Show while we're gone. Because a lot of people don't know the Ty Show is the biggest show on Tynet. So it's the biggest show on Tynet. So I mean, and season 4. Yeah, so this will be the end of season 3. We'll be starting season 4. I look like it later. So season 4, I know for sure the whole cast is getting revamped. I do know that. So it's no one's safe except for me. No one's safe. So they could be taking Alex, Monique, Jamia and Jemima both off. Like, bye guys, you guys are gone. We're gonna find someone, 4 new people brand new. Or they could just take Alex off and keep the other 3. They could just take Monique off, or take Monique and Alex off and just leave Jemima and Jamia. I don't know what happens until I get my date, and I know you guys haven't seen a lot of Jamia and Jemima, but we'll be getting to them soon. Jemima just got braces, so I know her mouth is sore, and I just haven't caught up with Jamia, so we'll try to get something worked out. And yeah. So I just want to completely. Oh, okay. I got some news. So later on, and not later on, but a couple weeks ago, I auditioned for High School Musical 4. So I'm not getting my hopes up or anything, because it could be an easy peasy no. But I did audition for it, and I think I did a pretty good job. But you never know until they review back, say, Tyshon, you sucked and give up acting, or Tyshon, why don't you come on down to LA? So I did audition for High School Musical, so I will keep you guys posted whenever I find out, even if it's good or bad, like I did when I went to Chicago. So make sure you guys see how my voice gets a little muffled. I'm so sick. So alright, so one last show I forgot to talk about was Maya Television. Maya Television. And it was like a version of the Thai show, but like the female version. And it was this young lady named Maya. She would go around and stop people in the middle of the hallways and say, "Hey, want to be on my show?" And I remember because I was one of the ones she stopped. But she got some very, 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 very harsh reviews on her show, which eventually led her to stop her show and eventually delete all the episodes that was on it. Yeah, I think you guys know how I stand on this topic. I just hate when someone gets bullied, and definitely over the internet. Come on, you're so tough over screen. I'm sorry. This really gets under my skin. But yeah, so she was severely bullied about her video. They wrote comments, and they were just very rude. And I read some of them, and I'm pretty sure every single show has witnessed them, has gotten them before. But you have to have a strong backbone to make it out in this business. And it's just YouTube, you get it. And I mean, you got to know how to take it. So the first rule of my crew, I find strong people who I know if this ever happened, they could take it. Or we go take classes for the ones who can, and they know how to take it now. So I mean, bad reviews keep coming, because it only makes her stronger, which I've said in previous videos before. But yeah, so she got her videos didn't get that much hype. They got very negative hype, so she eventually ended her show, and that's what happened to my television. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of The Ty Show. Make sure you guys show this to anyone you know, your friend, your uncle, your mom. Just don't get hurt. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next week. And bye!